Don Lesher, retired. But
Bill Carpenter retired. We're unretired for this though.
Oh, I don't know. Every fundraiser, we get involved in it. So anyways, this is, I think, the second time at least that I've been here for Lebanon County, or Lebanon Valley Rails and Trails. And we've been very appreciative of your previous support and ongoing support as well. And we should have John Wangert here. I want to acknowledge young John. He's been the go-getter of the development of the rails and trails, and his counterpart, Todd DCNR, has been the backup person that takes care of all the paperwork and lining up the groups to go out to maintain the trails. And unfortunately, that's why I say I think this is the third one. I handled the last solicitation to the commissioners when Bill presided over the commissioners, but the other one that's absent is John Senior Winger, which actually Bill's taking his place, and we're scoring his capability, comparing it to John Senior. So he has a lot of pressure here to deliver the goods.
John Senior was a good fundraiser.
Yeah,
He was.
With that, I'll turn the table over to Bill.
Okay, the first 16 miles cost about $2.5 million to complete. The next phases 6 through 10 is going to cost about $3.7 million. The county share of that, or the Rails to Trail share of that, is going to be about $430,000. We have about 125,000 people use the trail each and every day. 5% of the people that use the trail actually stay in the hotels around here. They come from out of county and so on, and they stay in the hotels. So that's what we were thinking, that maybe we could tap into the hotel tax. I don't know how it made me think of that, but and what we would like to ask today is that we're going to keep this short and sweet. We'd like to ask that we get $10,000 a year for the next 5 years, because it's going to take about 8 years to complete the project.
How far does that take it?
It takes it out to Swatara Park, all the way out to the Swatara Park. The next phase is actually in Jonestown. It's Jonestown and King's Plantation, you know, that area. So there's going to be a gap in between, and then we're going to work. But we don't want to stop for a while and then start up. We want to keep going, so we're going to do Jonestown next.
Do you, may I ask, Bill, do you, maybe you don't know, but are they going to be doing work on state parkland, or are they just going to go to Lickdale? Because there is a line already from the Lickdale campground out to the state park.
I think we're going to hook onto that.
Say that again?
I'm under the impression we'll meet that.
Oh, so you're just going to Lickdale, and
Yeah.
you're not going into
Right.
the state park?
Right.
Okay, all right.
Jamie, refresh my memory. But we actually, young John was in, and we gave $10,000 not too awfully long ago. And from what fund was that taken?
I think that was hotel tax too. Yeah, we haven't had, I don't think there's been general fund money since the early to mid 2000s.
Well, it certainly is easy.
What?
It's easier to justify than the burn building. So.
I'm not going to try to justify that either.
Whoa.
Are you looking for a motion to?
Well, one other point I want to, I did not acknowledge, currently we have close to 3940 volunteers that are out trying to collect 430,000. And over the previous years, we've been very fortunate to have these volunteers. New Cumberland County is just going through the first phase of trying to develop rails and trails, and it's like the light bulb's going off. What we have to do something. So we're also very fortunate to have these volunteers in Lebanon County doing the work
Are you sure?
with that.
I'm a big supporter of Rails to Trails. I think Bill knows that, and I want to help. And there might be a condition that I would have to put on it though, and that would be that providing the state does not change the law, that the county doesn't have the ability to do this, because I've heard some legislation where they don't want counties to have any say in how the money's spent from the hotel tax.
We would never want you to break the law.
Thank you very much. So that would be my only, condition, that this, I personally would support it, providing we aren't prohibited by law
That's
to do
lawful.
that. So then then it would be off. Yeah, okay.
Well, I would take that one step farther. I'm sure that you gentlemen are aware that the county has hired a consultant to actually study tourism and how it's managed in the county, and depending on the outcome of that study may have some effect on this, but again, I think we're blessed with the Rails to Trails project in this county and where it's come to this point, and I think this board certainly wants to support it in every way that we can.
The only thing I wanted to add was the 125,000 visitors to that thing.
Yes,
A third of them are from out of the county,
right.
and actually beyond Lancaster, and so people do travel because of
Oh,
it's such a great trail, and so it is bringing people to the county, and they're spending money on things, so it's a good connection. John?
Yeah, John.
Bill, could you help me again? I missed those numbers at the outset. You said the first half of the trail so far cost
2.5,
and this next one is expected to cost
3.7.
3.7.
But now this is over 8 years.
Over it, you're right.
Yeah.
So the $430,000 is,
The Rails to Trails share, we have to raise that money.
Match.
and the rest you expect to get through grants from DCNR or
Yes.
something like that?
Yeah.
That's how it's going? Or, okay.
DCNR and
And the MPO, yeah, between those
Right,
two.
okay. And in the hotel tax, what does that generate a year, so roughly?
Sally.
Sally?
Probably, it's $100,000, I think, plus or minus.
Thank you.
That's overall, that's not all the county share, if I'm correct, or was that, maybe that is the county share.
That's
That might be the
it's
county
over
share.
200.
It's about 117.
That's the county share.
Well, I'll also make a motion that we, let's see, $10,000 here with a total of $50,000 is what I really meant to say. I started out backwards. Providing that we are not violating any laws doing that.
I'll second the motion.
All right, it's been moved and seconded to make available $10,000 per year for the next 5 years for the Rails to Trails project from hotel tax money. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So ordered, gentlemen.
I just
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Commissioner Phillips.